Alright everyone, Nate and Beth returning to continue our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series. In this case,
Season 3, Episode 19, Tree of Life.
so maybe, I don't think I mentioned it in the last review, but obviously so far so good with the Scratch to Hell DVD disc
Maybe
of
being
the...
in a Blu-ray player is helping spin faster.
That's probably it.
Yep.
So, what
Because
the
I'm
hell?
right.
Yeah, so here's an episode that's kind of fun. It'd be kind of fun around Halloween time. It involves female druid priests that are up to evil stuff, and the main evil druid woman is kind of fun. Fun
Oh,
and evil.
she's not that evil. She's just
She's
trying to recreate her race with all the female babies.
so someone who kills all the dads and steals the twin girls
Not all
and
the dads.
lies isn't evil. Okay, that doesn't scare me.
Not all the dads. Just 1 in 12. There weren't that many kids.
But
I don't know.
they
This
kept
was kind of confusing
they
to
kept
me.
sending the guys to the tree with the candle. To me, that's
Oh, then
it's
all the
not.
dads were dead. Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't understand. There was a line that was like, not all of them, but I mean, it's all the ones that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
But Beth was saying this one was confusing for her.
Well, I mean, I thought only 1 in 12 dads were sent, but I guess you're saying all the dads were sent.
But we saw two of them.
Yeah, 2 dads being sent. It doesn't really
We
matter.
actually we saw two die and a third one about to die. So this episode is about this kooky. Oh, it starts in 1984, and this kooky druid evil woman, who I guess, according to Beth, isn't evil, starts this whatever, this super for people to come who are sterile. Or I don't know if it's just for sterile
It's
men.
like a fertility clinic.
Fertility clinic where it's basically a secret
Last hope.
druid fertility clinic with all this mumbo
Oakwood
jumbo.
Clinic.
Oakwood something or other.
Oakwood Clinic.
Oakwood.
Oak is the mighty oak, which is the strongest tree. They already described all that. But, go ahead. They go to Oakwood Clinic as their last hope to have a baby.
And I guess all of their rituals and stuff, from what I understand, always produce a boy and a girl, and they basically steal the girl away. Either have them asleep when they give birth, or if they notice, they just lie and say they were dead.
The girl didn't make it.
So now, I'm not sure, they didn't comment on it, but the one character we see later on who did go away with their son said the son died 5 years later. Makes you wonder if if the boys all die at 5. They didn't really cover that. Maybe just who
I
it's
don't
just
know. They didn't really say.
it makes you wonder, but it's kind of fun. They tell the dad, as the mother's giving birth, to take this candle and go place it at the tree's altar or whatever,
The stone altar by the oak tree along the path.
the final stage of the whatever, and you
You've
can
trusted me this far. Trust me now and finish the ceremony. You'll be back in time to witness your child's birth.
drool. So that's the episode, and somehow they dragged it out to 40 plus minutes or whatever, but obviously
This is not going to last 13 minutes.
you
can't,
say that every time and it ends up lasting,
'cause
so
you keep talking.
okay, well, I will let you talk.
Well, do we know what the cursed object is?
Well, for a while we didn't even know if it was gonna be a cursed object. Turns out it's, from what I understand, that goofy ass little wooden carved
Green
statue
man.
of the Green Man, who's not green, he's brown.
Well, okay, so the kind of episode twist is Johnny happens to be trying to, I don't know, Johnny was going somewhere and runs into this woman who's just having a fit because she sees this woman's picture in the magazine and it's her, it's a witch, it's a witch. And Johnny
I can't remember what it was called. It was
gets her
supposed to be a
story.
spin on Newsweek. Maybe it was Newsday or News Time. Wish I could remember. Just a generic
Yeah, we
magazine
didn't
cover.
go back far enough for that. But so Johnny gets involved in listening to this woman's story, saying she knows she had twins and her boy died at the age of 5, and she knows she had the girl in the Oakwood clinic. And can you please help me? He's like, well, you should find help. She's like, I'm asking you for help. So Johnny
Can't
gets
argue with
involved.
that.
Yeah. Johnny gets involved. He sneaks to the place where all these children are and goes up to the roof where the nursery
Oh,
is.
she shows him a picture of the boy,
Of the
so
boy,
she's
saying-
like, go see if there's a girl that looks like this. I still don't know if they put a wig on the boy.
Girls
Or-
can have super curly hair at that age.
I don't know if they put a wig on the boy to make, if
Maybe they put a wig on her to make her stand out in front of all the rest of the girls. She did have kind of outrageously curly
I'm
hair.
just saying that there's a picture of the son, and maybe for the purposes of the episode, they put a wig on him to make him look like
Okay.
the twin sister. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
We don't know for sure, but Johnny climbs up this convenient thing, peeps in the attic where all the what?
A trellis.
Oh, I thought you called me jealous. I'm like, yeah, I'm so jealous that he climbed up that in the freezing cold. Just happens to see the twin girl right by the window. That was convenient.
That was very convenient.
And is convinced that there's something going on. Like, why are all these girls up in the attic, and what's going on here?
But there's a lot of filler, but a lot of, I guess, Gaelic / Druid
Oh yeah.
ceremonies going on.
If you're a fan of Druid ceremonies, which I'm not,
Or any kind of Celtic
or any
ceremony.
kind of Celtic ceremony, or any kind of evil ceremony, you might enjoy this episode just for
Celtics and
evil-
Druids are not evil. They just had an evil sisterhood. Okay, but speaking of the sisterhood, so this cursed object is a carving of the Green Man, which can obviously reproduce itself if done properly.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
I wonder how.
But I guess they bury it next to an oak tree, and he gives the oak tree life, and you feed the oak tree sacrifices. And she said, that's what threw me off. She said, 1 man is enough to feed the tree for a year.
Early on when did she say that?
After
early
the
on?
3rd or 4th baby got born, or whatever. I don't know. They didn't really give a lot of details.
Well, then I remember hearing 12 deaths for a year or something, meaning 1 a month. So I don't know.
Maybe it is 1 a month. I don't know.
We don't know.
But the tree was growing and the flowers were blooming and these little itty bitty green men were hanging from each flower.
Each big
Each
flower
seed was
made
supposed to be a new coven
Reap-
because they were going to take some of the girls from the nursery and have them be the nurses or something to help them make new covens all over the world.
So when these
But the story of the Green Man, let me finish and then you can continue. I guess the story of the Green Man is they were there. I don't know, you made me lose track. Their what's it called? Their lifestyle, their
tradition,
not tradition. Their people were dying, so they made a sacrifice to the Green Man, and the Green Man supposedly gave birth to a boy and a girl, both full grown, hence the story of the Green Man. So it was very vague. So that's why each of the women who go to this Oakwood clinic have twins, a boy and a girl. I guess the boy goes home with the mothers, the fathers get sacrificed to the tree, and the girls become part of the nursery.
Yay! And as I said, I don't know if every boy dies at the age of 5 or not. They didn't really cover that. So I guess, I don't know, we kind of covered it. And obviously Jack, Ryan, and Mickey get involved and end up foiling the...
Did we say what happens to Jack and Ryan? Not Ryan. Jack and... Forgive me, he was part of this from the beginning. Jack and Johnny... Jack and Johnny. Johnny gets pulled into the tree trying to save the oldest father.
Yeah,
Matthew.
Maybe at this point we can say there was a measly 2 deaths in this episode,
Yeah.
and they're both the same. The father's getting dragged under the tree. But I will say that effect is kind of cool and reminds you of Evil Dead and the branches attacking. And
Well, Johnny gets pulled underneath so you can kind of see the underworld of all the. They look more like big old snakes, but they were roots
and
that were
I don't
alive
know why
and
it's
eating.
lit underground, but it's lit.
It was for the camera. It was for the burning fire of souls. I don't know. It was for the cinematography.
But the end of the episode, they're gonna the mom of the at the beginning of the episode
Of the first child that was taken in
whose
this episode.
kid died at the age of 5.
Mom got the daughter back.
Comes back to confront gets the daughter back and confront the evil women who aren't evil according to Beth. And the evil women start a blood drain on her. That's, I guess, just going to drain her blood until they'll bleed her out till she dies. And they put poor Jack in a...
Maybe the blood is for the saplings.
Could be. Put poor Jack Marshak in this wooden wicker basket coffin, and 4 women are carrying it, and Beth says...
You need more than 4 people to carry that if Jack's in it.
4, yeah.
Sorry. Well, women are strong, don't get me wrong.
Maybe evil druid women are strong, but there was a lot going on at the end, which kind of kept your interest, and you're like, oh my god, and what once...
Well, they were going to sacrifice the girl's mother at first, and then Jack showed up, and like, oh, what better sacrifice, having a dual sacrifice. The mother was going to die slowly of draining her blood, and then Jack was going to be burned in the wicker basket versus the mother being burned in the wicker basket, because one of the nurses was like, we've never sacrificed a woman before, and the woman, the head priestess, was like, well, what would you rather have? One sacrifice of a woman for the betterment of the coven, or no coven at all. Pretty much. She's like, okay, I guess we can sacrifice one female. And then Jack showed up and they sacrificed Jack instead. But as the tree was dying, because Johnny, who was pulled in underground looking for the last father, I guess his name was Matthew, he must have come across someone who had like a pocket knife or something. So he's cutting through all these roots, and they find the big green man that was
the cursed item,
the cursed object, which was producing itself into these little flowers. And he cut that away from the tree, so there's like blood all over it.
And the tree's going, and
lightning was crashing along the tree. And oh wow, we actually did make 13 minutes.
I told you.
Only because we keep talking. Oh, they drink from the skeleton from one of the victims.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was just all a bunch of sacrifice stuff.
That's the creepy stuff.
But
so if you're into druids, cult stuff, you might like this episode.
I don't know. I give it a half thumb. It was filled with a lot of filler. Yes. There was a lot going on, but it was very slow.
I'll give it a half thumb as well, because, like Beth said, there was a lot going on, but somehow it managed to be relatively slow at the same time.
And our final Friday the 13th, boo-hoo,
how do you even...
Charnel Pit? Carnal Pit?
How do you pronounce that?
Charnel?
Charnel.
Charnel. Depending if it's, could be Jewish. Charnel.
Well, let's hope so.
And some kind of pit. I have no idea.
Yeah, the last one, we have no idea what the cursed...
I'm not even going to guess on that one. I don't even know.
We have no idea what the cursed item is for the final episode.
I'm going to say an animal. Just to say something.
You...
I've said something for every episode. I have to say something. It's going to be like an animal.
Yep, obsessive compulsive rules people's lives. But you said...
I am
sorry.
Sad. This was fun.
We've got one left.
This was a fun journey for me. I don't know if you're all that happy with it. You're
cool.
happy that it's ending.
It was an okay journey. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, thanks for listening. We'll look forward to... Well, hopefully you guys are looking forward to the episode 20. The Charnel Pit. Some kind of pit.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next review for the pit. Thanks for listening.